Hi, this is Joe from Espresso Outlet. One of the issues I've seen a few times on the DF64P and the DF64E is people are saying that it's clogging. And I just was taking a look at a couple that came back. And there are two declumpers that come with this. And what I found was this declumper was installed incorrectly. It needs to be, there was this one first, and then on top of that, there was this one. If it's set up that way, this flap will not be able to open, and it's going to jam up the grinder, because this flap needs to be able to open. So when you're installing them, if you take it apart and clean or anything, this one goes in first, and then this one goes in second, and it goes in like this. So it goes with the flap facing down, so the flap facing towards the bottom. And this is a DF64P, but it's going to be similar on the DF64E. So you'd remove these two screws. If you're having clogging issues and you took it apart, or you're having clogging issues, check that first. It's also possible that the declumper got pushed up into the grind chamber, and there's sweepers on here, and they'll bend the declumper. And if they bend the declumper, it will prevent coffee from coming out properly. So if these pieces are pushed back up into the grind chamber, it's going to prevent the coffee from exiting efficiently. So that's what I have found. I'm not saying this is the only reason, but we've had a few people that sent them back, and I was able to take a look at them. And two of them, the declumper was in like this, and the other declumper was on top of it. I'm not saying that's the case with all of them. And then another one, this was the wrong direction. It needs to be this way. So the flap needs to be facing the base of the grinder, not the top of the grinder. If it's facing the top of the grinder, the coffee has to push this whole thing open, and it creates issues. So it needs to be opening this way. And if you're going to take a declumper out, some people have, and that was another thing. If you're going to take a declumper out, you got to be a little bit careful of that, because the coffee will exit too quickly, and it's going to start clinging on the inside of the chute. So these declumpers are best if they're in there, and that's going to kind of slow the flow a little bit and allow the coffee to exit efficiently. So that's what I found so far. I've noticed a couple people posting things about it, and I did have a couple of returns with that issue, and that is what I have found so far.